There's nothing not to like. The food's good, the scenery is amazing, the people are lovely, prices are great. What more do you want? So we're coming through another little Croatian village here on our way to the border, and we're going quite slowly, it feels. That's because we are sticking rigidly to the speed limits. Because Pete was saying they're very on top of it here. If you get caught speeding here, you're looking at €1,000 fine on the spot. No leeway. And he tells the story about how he had a taste of some of that himself here once, some years back. I won't go into the details. But it's pretty fierce, so if you are going to come and ride in Croatia, just make sure you stick to the speed limits. Or suddenly it won't seem like such good value. Look at that view down there. Absolutely stunning. If you're a motorcyclist, why wouldn't you want to do this? Hey, our first tunnel of the trip. Gotta be done. We're all children at heart. Looks like an old Austin Healey Sprite up ahead, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if we'll catch him up. There he is. Have I got my 1950s British sports cars correct? Or is it indeed 1960? I don't know. It's cool, whatever it is. How fab is that? He's enjoying that. Another splendid little Croatian town. Sadly I didn't spot what this one's called. Very quiet as they all are, but it is a Sunday, so you wouldn't expect it to be particularly bustling, but lovely old buildings, great church again, and an MG in front. I thought it was an Austin Healey, but in fact it's an old MG. Nice. Drinking this all in, because in just a few short days time I shall be back in Blighty, looking at that weather forecast, waiting for the rain to stop or the wind to drop, working out when I can next get out on the bike, and dreaming of roads like these. Right, coming up to the border crossing then. Thank you Croatia, cheerio, and hello Slovenia. Check out the barbed wire fencing again. Bit of a shame for them, we live right on the border. Right, I may well have to stop the camera again here as I get my passport out. Okay, wish me luck. I don't think you're going to need luck really, just the right papers. Alright, cute. Thank you. Cheers. Well, that was smooth enough, piece of cake. And back into Slovenia. So remiss of me again to not ask where we're heading for on this leg. How are we doing for time? It's 3:15 in the afternoon. And I think we might be heading for that other castle, but I'm not sure. But usually it's about an hour's ride before we take a break, which is very civilised as far as I'm concerned. So, oh, actually I do remember this part. This plain here is quite low, and Peter was saying this is often the most cool part of Slovenia. Whenever there's a weather forecast and they want the you know, any records are broken, then it's here. He was saying when it's like 0 degrees at his house in the winter, it's can be minus 17 here. A lot lower than the rest of the country, I guess. Or it gets cool air pooling in this valley, I don't know. But anyway, that's what this bit's all about. Oh, check out that straw man. Bit spooky. So just checking the on-bike thermometer at the moment. It's saying it's 27 at the moment. So not that cool, it has to be said. I think there might be a potential photo opportunity coming. Right, here we are, another stop. This is the cool part of the country. It's 27 degrees according to my thermometer. What's your bike saying?
32.
Was it? Is wrong. So tell us about this then.
We are on this flat. It's called Babna Polje.
Yep.
It's like old ladies field.
Oh really? Okay.
Sort of.
Oh, is that what that means?
It means like, you know, Babna is like disgraceful for fat women.
Oh, okay.
Not only fat, but old. Like
right. Gotcha.
Old,
Yeah, I know.
Old grumpy old.
Yep. Yep. Not mentioning the wife, but I know what you mean. Yep.
In the winter, here always the coldest measured temperature.
Do you know what the record is? I'll put you on the spot there again.
You got me again, but it's deep under minus 17 degrees Celsius.
Blimey. Okay, so we come at the right time of year then. By the sounds of it.
Yeah. It's summer. You can feel now.
It's beautiful. Isn't it?
It's always a little bit windy.
Yep.
Behind this wood, it's a mountain called Sneznik, the snow mountain.
Okay.
It's 1,790 meters above the sea level.
That's very good, isn't it?
He's
done his research. So what's that in feet?
In feet, it should be, I don't know, 8,000, 7,000, I don't know.
Very good. And that's called Snow Mountain, so it stays
Snowy
snowy
mountain.
pretty much all year round, is that the idea?
8,000 feet, did you say?
It may be. It's actually, when you come in the springtime, when the riding season starts in April, May, sometimes here you still get snow by sides and it's freezing cold.
It's
the heated grips are very welcome.
It's hard to imagine it when it's like this.
No,
I was going to say it's very busy, but look, there's a car now.
Yes.
They let them through. So that border was nice and easy again, wasn't it?
It was.
I mean, for us adventure rider types,
That's
one of the easier borders.
You see some houses between the borders.
Yeah, that one right with the barbed wire right next to it.
Those are the small borders, and the people live actually on both sides. Is how you say border.
Yeah,
they're neighbors.
But
one is on the other side of the border.
Oh, what a nightmare when they put that actual that border up, I imagine.
Yeah, it's from former country.
Yeah,
but the border has.
They've got to have a border somewhere. Exactly. Well, very nice. I think I'm gonna get the phone out and take some snaps. Well, that was splendid. Oh, there's the one car. All good. Well, that was a nice little spot, couple of snaps. Hopefully came out okay. I'm having some issues with my iPhone camera, which is weird. Pictures going all wibbly wobbly on me. I don't think it's because it's overheating or anything, but sadly I think it might be time for a new phone soon. Overuse of that camera probably. Anyway, a lovely spot through there again. We've got about another hour's riding, and then we're getting to the other castle, which according to Pete is the highlight of the day. So I mean, I thought we'd already had many highlights. It's been an absolutely cracking day's riding. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't really get any better, so he's bigged up the castle. Let's hope it's good. So I've been riding behind Pete all day today, and I've only just noticed his number plate. You probably can't see it on the GoPro, or if you can, you're watching on a very big TV or something, but it's actually NM and then VR-46. I'm wondering if that's a coincidence, or is he a big Valentino Rossi fan? I'm thinking probably the latter. For those following on the map, we're coming to Podob, P-U-D-O-B. Podob. I don't know why I find that amusing. It's schoolboyish and ridiculous, I know. I don't think I've ever been to a country that has as many churches as Slovenia, I have to say. You ride along these roads and every village you come to has at least one really nice looking church, the fancy steeple, sometimes two, sometimes you get them double fronted with two spires. We barely left that village. I can see the next village ahead, and there's the church again. Wow, what a cracking day. It's taken all this time to get to my first white van. Look at that. Safely dispatched. So we've just turned up a little road, and there was a sign to something like Predjamski Grad, something like that. And it looked like a picture of a castle. So I'm wondering if we've not got too much further now to go to this highlight of the trip today, the castle. We shall see. Well, there's another sign. Predjamski Grad. Predjamski and Grad, I think was how it's spelled. A tourist attraction-y type thing. Could it be the castle up here? Well, there's a coach going up here. So let's hope there's something good for their sake. Can't believe it's so hot here, yet it's so green. The two don't seem to go hand in hand. It's what's the time now? It's 20 past 4 in the afternoon. It's still 28 degrees. Yet we see all this lush greenness. And I asked the guys yesterday whether these sort of temperatures were normal for this time of year, and they said that they were. This is nothing unusual. Massive rock face ahead. Where are we heading? Up here, okay. Oh, there's the castle, tucked in the rock there. See if we can get some parking in the shade somewhere. Oh! Right, so we made it to the castle. So what is it about this castle then that's special?
It's special is the name.
Yeah.
It's Predjamski Grad.
Right.
It's like in front of Cave Castle, or the castle in front of Cave.
I'm assuming Grad means castle, does it?
Grad is castle.
Right,
and,
okay.
Cave is Yama.
Gotcha.
So in front is Predjamski.
Got it. So I got a quick glimpse of it as we came down here. It did look pretty impressive, actually. In fact, here we are. Pretty impressive, isn't it?
In joke, we also call it retirement castle. In front grave.
Yeah, okay.
It's like
amazing.
Black humor, but
I'm all for a bit of that.
it's very.
Well, that looks like where we should be heading, up there, the refreshments.
I think so. This is the sort of place that if you didn't know where it was, you'd never find it, would you?
No, I mean, it was pretty out of the way coming up that road, wasn't it? It was good. Nice ride up there, though, wasn't it?
This is a bar, guys work here, but if you guys want to get something, there's a restaurant upstairs.
Well, that was another splendid little rest stop. Look at the castle, coffee, cold drink, ice cream. Not in that order. And it's now 20 past 5. So last leg of the day is to head back east, back to the hotel. After another absolutely splendid day's riding. I think we've got a few B roads to do, and we're going to drop off Pete, who lives up that way, and then myself and Martin, who's behind me at the moment, we're going to black back in the interests of time on the motorway, just to get us back in time for supper, which hopefully Momo will have prepared lovingly for us. But what another cracking day it's been, with some magnificent riding, some amazing views, some great food and great laughs. It really has been a top day's riding. Greatly helped, of course, by this incredible scenery and amazing weather that we've had. So as we leave Predjama Grad, haggard old lady's castle in the cave, roughly translated, Gonna head back. I won't bother filming this bit because I don't think there's too much of stuff that we haven't already seen. And see you tomorrow on another fantastic ride in Slovenia. Tell you all about it at the time. Cheers for now. Well, good morning folks, another beautiful day here in Slovenia. Let me show you out the door here, out the window, show you what it's like. Welcome to day 3, by the way. This is a view out of the hotel balcony. Absolute cracking day, as you can see again. Weather forecast is set absolutely fair, and should be around 35 degrees today, the forecast was saying, so that's absolutely great news because it's my last day on the tour. And today what we're going to do is we're going to head sort of northwest in the country. We're going to head up towards Lake Bled, which is that famous lake that you see on all the touristy bits. It's the lake with the little island in the middle with the church on, so hopefully we'll get some shots of that. That's about 70 miles northeast of here, so we're going to blat up the motorway just in the interest of speed to get there. Wouldn't normally do that on the tour, it's just that today we're going to cover a number of things that might normally be covered in a couple of day tours. But anyway, so we're going to blat up the motorway, so I won't put my camera on while we're on there because it's just a motorway. We'll get some shots around Bled, and then we're going to head off into the Alps and do some amazing riding around the Alps, so I'll tell you more about that nearer the time. Alright, next time you see me, we'll be on the bike, and we'll be up towards Lake Bled. See you then. So wind forward a couple of hours and 70 miles to the northeast, and we're at Lake Bled, which is a very touristy spot indeed, as you can see. So I didn't even bother to put the camera on because we were just sat in the traffic jams you got here. Anyway, we've scooped up Pete, sometimes Dave now. Morning, Pete.
Good morning.
And the famous view of the lake is actually over that way, but we'll go and have a look at that in a minute. We're going to go grab a coffee first, we deserve it. Morning folks, how did you enjoy that then?
It was nice, yes, and the weather's nice as well.
This is Joy, by the way. I don't think have you featured in one of these films before?
I don't think so, no.
Joy's the brains behind the outfit, and Martin, I was going to say the brawn, but anyway, yeah, exactly. Right, coffee time, we've earned it.
Yes,
I think
very much so.
Right, coffee break done. Time to get that iconic shot of Lake Bled, which is around here somewhere. Well, the lake's just there, I can see that. But where you get the shot from, another question. What an absolute cracking day again. My bike today is saying 28 degrees. What's yours saying?
Well, I've got to admit, I haven't got all I've got is a fuel gauge on my bike.
So yesterday you lied.
I was telling lies, yeah. Sorry.
Nothing else.
It's like when you always go abroad, they always tell you that it's warmer than it actually is.
Yeah, okay. So you went for cooler than it actually was. Oh wow, look at that. Interesting little boats on there. You see those? They've got like a roof on,
Yeah,
and they're
like a big gondola.
yeah. Oh, how very pleasant indeed. Actually, I think that castle up there on the rock is more impressive than the church on the island.
Yeah, and I think you can go there and get married as well on the little island.
Why on earth would somebody want to do that? What a ridiculous idea.
Some romantic Italian, I suppose.
Yeah, well, suddenly it's getting more appealing. Nice and clear, isn't it? Now that was a bit hairy getting in and out of there. Obviously a very popular touristy spot at Lake Bled. And if you're going to be in this area, obviously well worth coming here. But yeah, it was quite a marathon getting in here. We felt sorry for the car drivers actually, because they'll be sitting in a queue probably from the motorway to get down here. They were queuing probably for about an hour, I would have thought. Mainly because of the time of day that we've come here. Now on a normal tour, Martin was saying what they would do is come here actually at the end of the day when it's much quieter. He's been here I think 3 or 4 times. He said he's never seen it with that much traffic. And we're doing this on a Monday, and he's been down on weekends when it's been quieter, so all about timing that one. Anyway, a lovely spot as you can see. We're now heading along to find another lake in this sort of chain. Apparently these lakes are actually filled with meltwater from a glacier that was here about 1,000 years ago. I think Peter was saying they're actually linked as well. Oh, a bit of airflow. Oh, this is rather nice. Beautiful. Reminds me a little bit of Lake Annecy in France, actually. It's that sort of deal. Oh, nice and cool in the shade here. My bike's saying it's 34 degrees now. So pretty warm. Check that out. That's the famous shot. Rather annoyingly, sounds like the lid of my top box isn't quite shut properly. I'll have to sort that out when we stop. Oh, having a dip in there looks like a very appealing option. A little bit quiet around this side as well. This is obviously the bit to come to. Right, so we're going to head up into the Slovenian Alps basically, by this other lake, and of course the traffic should then thin out. If it doesn't, it's going to be a very long day.